Hi, I'm Kylo Ren, and with the First Order, I will conquer this galaxy, returning it to its rightful state, as well as finishing what my grandfather has started.
But first, let me take a selfie.
Thank you. I do this all the time. I forget to turn on the microphone. It's sitting there, right there. 0, 0, 0, 0. How's it going? In standard fashion. You all didn't hear a single word I said. I said hi to Joe, Wildcard Rex Films, Megatron 84, and Fierce. I'm gonna... Garrig? I'm gonna assume Marvelous Prime. It's Adamance. I'm having a bad day. It's Wednesday. Forgive me. RJ up there. He's a channel member. How's it going? If you would like to be a channel too, have a cool badge next to your name, along with at least it's popping up for me a green next to your name. You can become a channel member. Just click the join the channel. You can become a minion. Megatron loves his minions. I credit all the minions at the end of the videos, so you get credited as a minion. So what's up? That's always cool. Transformers Studio. Hi, I'm new here. Welcome. Hello. Yeah. Where was it? I saw a while back. Wildcard 24 saw you at TFcon last weekend. One person walked up to me at TFcon. Was that you? Or I don't. I'm sorry. I didn't act. It was my bad. I didn't get the name of the person who did walk up. Who did walk up and say hi, and it was really cool. I was giving out free stuff if you came up and said hi to me. So if that was you, then I was gonna ask what you thought about the free merch I was giving out. If not, and you saw me, why didn't you say hi? I was there to network. And it's all good. I'm not worried about it. we all do what we do. I saw a bunch of people there. I didn't say hi to them either, so I should have. So if you didn't, I get it. No, I just saw you. Didn't talk. Everybody. It's always kind of funny. You would have, if you saw me, then you probably saw I was with Lockbot and TFA 1024. We kind of clustered together for a little while, making the rounds for a little bit, and then went our separate ways, whatnot. But it's all good. There's always future TFcons to come up and say hi. I just like meeting people. That's what Hunter and I both kind of went there for. He went there to network, and he was giving out free 3D printed stuff, and I had a few 3D prints I was giving out. I had a very limited number. Would have been there if I wasn't prepping for another trip. Hey, I get it. I shouldn't have gone, honestly. I just went to the Disney World just a month before, so I went there completely with a destroyed wallet. So my purchases, which I'm going to go into here in a second, were very limited. Very limited. Also, surprisingly, you actually got my name right first try, so good job. I am too. It's a Wednesday. I've already gone through the delightful 8-hour shift and could have gone so much better. So surprised I got it right. I'm actually really surprised. Anyways, let's go to TFcon purchases. What weekend was TFcon? It was October 20th through the 22nd or something like that. So it just happened. But there's going to be future ones. Now that I've had a taste for one, I want to go to more. So that would be cool to get to go to more TFcons in the future. I would love to go to the one in March, but I will still be poor. It is what it is. Because I know there's a lot of people who might know me out west. So I'm like, oh, hey, look, my ego wants people to recognize me. Also, surprised you got mine right as well. Yeah, I'm just terrible at names, so I'm really surprised. I really am. I got an old generation Blitzwing. Like the Thrilling 31. Most say my name like slime. Oh, that's weird. I never got slime from it. Hello, DL credits. Kedits. DLC edits. See, there's my name butchering right there on something that was actually a little more simple. Loving the Legacy series you're doing, by the way. Great job on it. Well, if you love that, you're probably going to like this, because this is where all that started. It's all the War for Cybertron stuff, the beginning of it. It started with Siege, then I did Earthrise, then Kingdom, and now we did Legacy. After Legacy, it's no more series. There's just going to be 2 videos after Legacy. Legacy Evolution, real creative, followed by Legacy United to conclude it all. Very creative. I've been very creative with it. But a brick wall got in the way. Yeah, it's a shame. I don't know. Should have come anyhow, despite the brick wall. Anyways, first thing I got at TFcon, I got a Lancer. This is actually the last thing I bought there, too. I was like, I'm just apparently going to go out of sequence. Might as well, right? But I got this because I passed it like 3 or 4 times, looked at it every single time and said, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So, yeah, we got that. It's not going to appear in any War for Cybertron stuff, and if it does, it'll just be background character, because I don't want to add more characters. At this point, I got too many characters. So we're watching Siege. We're watching Siege, Episode 1. I'm going to be going each episode one by one over various streams, because I got a lot of War for Cybertron videos, which means content longevity. And also because I can never do streams for a very long time. So we can do them quick and then just have some fun, right? So this was now that we showed off the third thing that I purchased, because I only got 3 things, I could show the first thing, which you would have just seen in a video that came out. The Mastermind Creations reformatted Severed Grin. It was a TFcon exclusive. It is the Joker. If you haven't seen it, you should check the video out. It just came out on Saturday because I actually posted a video. Who'd have thought that was possible? It was really simple, really basic. Thank you to the Candy Crusher. He voiced a character named Tweak. It's kind of just to show, like, hey, look, I know there's a war for Cybertron going on and there's all this big epic stuff. But also there's just some messed up things going on just behind the scenes due to the negligence. Nobody's able to take care of this stuff. There's no law and order going on right now. There's war. So, yeah. That's just really just kind of showing, like, hey, look, life goes on outside the war, too. Just also, here's the Joker. That was the whole point of it. Because I also really wanted to make a video with the Joker figure. Because I figured no one else would. At least no one would make a stop motion with it. Not that soon. I almost didn't make it soon enough because I decided I was halfway through it. I decided I'm not doing it at all. And then I got the Candy Crusher to agree to do the voice. And I was like, okay, now I'm going to do it because now it's someone else's time involved. Last 3 streams I popped on for you. You couldn't pronounce my name right. Yeah, that tracks. I apologize. I'm just terrible with names. Also, a question about your 3D printing business. Do they come already printed, or do we have to print them? No, I print them. I don't send out the files. I print them myself. And usually I'll sign the packing slip to be like, hey, thanks for ordering, Kyle. It's nothing special, but you know, it's always nice. Still. Did you use stop motion for that? I did. So will we see Joker outside his showcased video or not? It depends really. So far the video is kind of underperforming from what I would like, so I still think of it, my channel. For those of you who don't know, I think of my channel a lot as a marketing sense. If things perform well enough, I continue with them. If they don't perform, I just drop them like a bad habit. So far it's underperforming right now. Granted, it's still early, but right now, if you were to ask me if it's continuing, I couldn't say for sure. It's not meeting my expectations for something so soon. So if it picks up, then, you know, we'll look at it more seriously. Right now, it's just like if I were to, it would just be for the sake of it. Really excited for more Transformers stop motion series to come. Will there be a Transformers Encrypted Monsters maybe? I don't know. I'm not... I'm trying not to add too many projects is my thing, so I haven't thought about it too much. I watched it the minute it dropped. Thank you. Good. Could we see more of the weapons from WFC FOC on your business? That is a plausibility. You also might get some Rise the Darkspark too, because I finally got the Darkspark to print. I've been working on this thing for 2 years, and it finally worked, and it didn't end up too messed up. I would say it ended up with acceptable warping, and that's the best I've ever gotten when it comes to this the Darkspark. So I might actually have that coming out soon. Are you going to get Ultra Magnus out of Primal? No. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'm not spoiling that. I'm going to say no, though. So that way, if it doesn't happen, then I didn't lie. But I don't know for sure, and I was definitely not spoiling it. But, so we'll say no. No. That's what I was looking for, the head nod up and down. No. Planning on making my own legacy stop motion series. Any tips or tricks you have to offer? Any way you can get a stable camera. That's always great. It's hard to follow a stop motion when the camera's all over the place. Even lighting helps a lot too. That's one I'm still working on a lot. And as patient as you can be, taking as many pictures as you can. I'm still not great at that. I'm eyeballing it. I don't have an app like a lot of people do. So I'm just trying to go by eye on what looks like it should be enough. Will I finish Rise of the Beasts? No, it underperformed at a astronomical level. That, and I really wasn't feeling it anyhow, so when it really didn't kind of meet where I was hoping it would, and then it just wasn't feeling it, I was like, okay, we're good. I'll stop. So I apologize if you did like the Rise of the Beast thing I was doing. It's just not enough people really enjoyed it, or not enough people actually clicked on it. And that's probably because I didn't buy Rise of the Beast figures. That one's on me. But at the same time, it's just, like I said, if something doesn't perform to where I'm hoping it will, or it doesn't meet, like, I'm not satisfied with it, then I'll stop doing it. It doesn't bother me so much, but I can understand if you were a fan and not, Will Nemesis Prime be converted back to Optimus Prime in Legacy? We saw a blink of him before Rodimus was converted. Here's the thing. I don't know, I'm not saying. Still confused by a little plot hole in Nemesis Prime's plan. Why was he trying to bring back more bots back that would have opposed him? I never really thought about that, so you did find a plot hole. I never thought about it. There were times where I was even kind of waffling on if I was going to do the Nemesis Prime thing or not. I kind of did. I kind of started it a while back, and I stopped. Then I went back to it, and I stopped. And I was always kind of waffling back and forth. You do make more WCFC weapons. Could we see the Neutron Assault Rifle from FOC and B and Cliff Jumper used among others? It's possible. I've tried it. It's just the file always has a bad mesh. It's just so many weird angles. So I'm gonna give it another try eventually, but I just haven't had much luck with it. For your stop motions, do you use green screen or do you actually make the background and like everything else? It depends. Hit or miss. Sometimes I do both. Like behind me, I was setting up for it a little while ago. Then I stopped working on stuff. But that is going to be part of the Legacy set. I'm setting up the background for it. Then I'm going to throw a bunch of junk on. The red's the backdrop. It was going to be clipped onto the board. I didn't clip it onto the board. They all fell over. And I went, okay, oh well. When we see Unicron attack Cybertron during the series finale, that would be super cool. That's a spoiler thing that I'm not gonna do. Anyhow, last purchase, we're not going at TFcon, and then we'll go into the War for Cybertron Siege. We got the Netflix Earthrise Optimus Prime. Because I didn't get this at first. And it's just kind of regretting me. As you can also notice, it's still in the box. I'm going to take it out of the box. I already took it out of the box when I was there. And then I put it back in the box. Because I just apparently am not motivated to play with my toys that I paid for. You got the cuffs that Nemesis Prime and Galvatron used on Rodimus. That is a file. It was from Funbee Studios. I'm one of the I'm a patron for his Patreon stuff, so I can get a lot of his. I can get to his files and just print them just for fun. I can't sell them, but I can print them just for fun. He probably hates RID like a respectful human. I never watched RID, so I have no like or dislike for it. I have no opinion of it. I never watched it. SG Magnus survived to meet SG Optimus again. Spoilers. I'm not giving away any spoilers about Legacy. That's gonna be my rule for the stream. I found a USB Ravage at TFcon. Yeah, TFcon had a lot of good stuff. A lot of it was overpriced. Like the Netflix Prime that I just showed off. That was overpriced. And I felt that. And I decided, you know what? It even came from a booth, too, that said cash only, too. And I was like, who does cash only at TFcon? Literally everybody else does card. I get why I do cash only, but also, literally, you're making it inconvenient. Because who carries a ridiculous amount of cash? Hello, the Candy Crusher. I was actually just singing your praises earlier for the Joker video, so thank you for being a part of that. What was I doing? What was I saying? Ooh, let's say we jump right into Transformer Siege. Before, while I'm loading that up, I should mention, you will notice down at the bottom of the screen, the bottom right corner, you'll see someone labeled the Boss Hog. This is the stream boss, as some people call it. I call it the Boss Hog because of Whistle Pig Boss Hog Bourbon. It's also a joke I've used on the channel in the past in the Life of Prime. So, Whistle Pig Boss Hog Bourbon, which saved the universe in that video. Come on, load. Don't you just love YouTube ads on a video that I can't even monetize? It got copyrighted like nobody's business fairly quickly. Okay, it's working. So, there is that. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Shoot. Oh. Yeah. I guess it's at the top of the screen on this one. I'm gonna move it. Actually, I'm gonna move it to the bottom left here. Let me. Cause I wanted that on the bottom right, but it's not. There we go. We're gonna move it there. Then we're gonna move the chat box up here. Wow. Sometimes I'm smart. Wait. Oh yeah, this is the main page. Why am I moving things around on this one? I don't need to do that. This is the wrong page. No dir. I am all kinds of stupid sometimes. Yeah, up here, you'll see something. Beat the Boss Hog. You could donate to the live stream. The link to that is in the description below. It supports the channel, and also it knocks points off. Eventually, someone will knock off Crimson Raptors here, who happens to be the Boss Hog. No way YouTube added ads to live streams. They did. They did, and they were telling me, like, hey, would you like to add the ads yourself, or would you like to, or would you like YouTube to do it for you? And I go, I don't want ads, but that's stupid to have ads running in the middle of the stream, but they're insisting it's going to happen anyhow, so I could do it, or they can do it. And if I do it, you know, you got to do it still, so it's stupid. That's the world we live in, though. But yeah, the link is right there under the health bar name. Also, you can just donate to this, or you can go into the description, click on that. Even $1 supports the channel, but also at the same time knocks Crimson Raptors off his high horse there. Can't let the Boss Hog be around forever. You got to be a hero. You got to beat the Boss Hog, right? That's the quote from the video. No. Oh. Whoops. There you go. There's the Siege intro. That's what we're getting into. Where's the doggo? The doggo is currently right now having himself a good old snooze. What's wrong with Crimson Raptors? Nothing. Nothing's wrong with Crimson Raptors. It's just that he's the boss hog and we got to take him down. That's the point of the That's the point of the boss hog. Everyone wants to be the boss hog. You got to be the boss hog. Can you answer my question, pretty please? What question? I don't remember. I love the series with Ghostbuster. Can you similar with Scary Horror Transformers series with cryptid monsters? Like I said, I don't have an answer with cryptids yet. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know how many more projects I want to take on at the moment. It's something I don't have an answer for yet. It will be a down the road decision when I clear up my schedule because I have too many things. I have 2 chat boxes. Why do I have 2 chat boxes? Everything has gone terribly wrong. Oh no. And here I was claiming I was a professional. Yeah, wait, whoever takes him down is the next? Yes. Whoever ends up knocking away all of his health ends up becoming the boss hog. So then it's your name up there and your picture, you're advertising yourself basically. But yeah, it's like the eternal shout out to, or just the shout out to yourself for as long as you're the boss hog. Okay, so loading up. Was the Joker figure a custom? No. That was it's a TFcon exclusive. It was just there at the TFcon. I thought TF Source is gonna sell it too, but theirs is a little overpriced from what it was and really what it's worth. So, but you didn't hear that from me. I didn't say that. Let's see if I can load Transformers Siege. Okay, everyone, ready to watch some Siege and hear some stuff going on? I can tell you, before we even start, I made this episode. I got the Siege Optimus and Siege Skytread at the same time. And I was like, wow, these things are great. The next day I went back and got Megatron and Hound. But I'd gotten those 4 toys, and at that point I decided, shoot, I actually really like these. I wonder if I can do something with this. And, you know, I started working on Siege. What was it? Shoot. 4 years ago, it says. March 9th, 2019. So spring of 2019, I was releasing. That's how long I've been working on the War for Cybertron stuff. So 37,295 views, March 9th, 2019. That's how far back we're reaching on this. A lot of differences in animation and everything. So, yippee-ki-yay. It's all good. Siege is my favorite series up right now. Nice. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to be able to see the comments while we're watching, so I'll get back to those later. But keep commenting, keep everything up. I definitely want to hear all that. I don't know, I'll definitely come back to it. I'll answer any questions as we go. But start with the episode. I think this was right around the time, too, I started using this intro. Maybe. Oh, what's that? Hello, what happened? Rexman has tipped $1. Thank you, Rex. You have chipped away some of Crimson Raptor's health. He is a tick down, it looks like. Oh, that's great. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. And also, take down the boss hog, Crimson Raptors. Look at that. I mean, he just dropped significant amount of health there. Stream boss is going down, you guys. Take down Crimson Raptors. Beat the boss hog. It's too bad Crimson's not here. I'd remind him that he needs to be taken down. Okay, back to War for Cybertron. I always love hearing that though. Oh shit, what is we doing now? You have no idea how hard I had to look to find that clip. Alright, here we go. Okay, the two-front war was simply because this is going to be like a big plot point that you're going to go, really, Kyle? This is so dumb. Why'd you do this? Or the reasoning behind it, you're going to go, this is so dumb. I'm glad the idea worked because it was based off of something really dumb. And that's that I got this new pop-up display. And it's the one that I used for the Autobot base on Cybertron. And I really wanted to use it for something. So I said, two-front war, because I had the arc display that I was using for Earth, and I was like, well, I can't use the arc on Cybertron, so yeah, I put up, so I was like, oh, but I want to use this space base too, so two-front war, two bases. So fighting a two-front war was specifically because I just wanted to do something like that. So yeah, I wanted to use the arc display and I wanted to use the space base, and they're both Autobot-esque bases, so I couldn't use it for a Decepticon. It's like, okay, we gotta have an Earth front. I wasn't gonna do that originally. It was just gonna be, you know, Siege on Cybertron, but then it was like, okay, we'll do two fronts because I want to use both bases. So yeah, you'll find as this series goes along, a lot of my decisions on why I do things are really just kind of like, really, that's stupid, Kyle. You're stupid sometimes. But that's what it is. Oh, look, that dramatic siege. I had to Photoshop this. This is a Cybertron still from just some, I think it was War for Cybertron game. And I cut it out and I put it on this star field and I threw in like cloud space, cloud novas, kind of going around multicolored. Went in Photoshop, pulled out the blue and orange exponentially because I wanted it to be bright. So, it's that little deal there. Look, big bold letters, Cybertron, in case you couldn't tell. There's my space base that I was specifically saying, I need to use this! Oh, yeah. This is before I figured out I settled on an intro. Huh. Can't hear myself think. Yeah, I don't like that intro at all. That's why I switched it. Oh. Oh, yeah. Also, you notice the set design is very simple in this. And this is because this is one of the first things I actually started using a practical set on in a long time. I was almost exclusively green screen for a while. And I really wanted this to be so good too. I had the motion blur going too, which was getting to be problematic at times, so I stopped using it. Not in this video though, but I was always doing this on my laptop that I had at the time. Trying to do motion blur on that was so painful. Oh, let me go back. Come on, I wanted to stop. Okay, you notice it's kind of not showing up right there, but the yellow and blue, I spent probably way too, I'd say probably about an hour trying to color match those to Circuit's colors, which is way too long. But I just want to share that just in case that wasn't noticed, just because I spent, like I said, probably an hour just color matching. That, again, unreasonably, it's undeserving of that much time. But that's how much time I spent on that. Just because I couldn't do anything that showed like he actually got cut, so that we went with that instead. I also spent way too long doing the red dot too. It is actually a still of a lightsaber blade that I turned down the opacity on by a lot. It's probably sitting at about 70%. Yeah, I think 70%. And then I put a glow on it too, so that way it would have that little extra, glow to it. But yeah, it was another thing that was like, there was probably an easier way to do it, but I couldn't think of anything at the time. So appreciate the red dot. I spent way too much time and effort on that. Here we go. Plot. Ooh. Foreshadowing. Had to establish some plot, though. I can't remember where I got this idea, honestly. I can't remember what I was thinking here when I was like, oh yeah. It's just like, oh, there's going to be Shockwave loyalists and Megatron loyalists. Then there's this, or Shockwave loyalists and Starscream loyalists, but then Megatron loyalists of all the things is like, that's a rare thing right there, because, Megatron, that's, oh wow. Right, but, I can't remember why I was thinking like that was a big, big reveal right there, a Megatron loyalist. In my head, it made sense, though. It made a lot of sense. I'm like, oh yeah, a Megatron loyalist. That's got to be rare because, he's dead. Not that, not that they wouldn't just be loyal to Megatron always. Yeah. It's a real stretch right there to come by because someone said for the glory of Megatron. Oh, yeah, too. You could see where it's green screened and where the fades were different. Look at that. The background faded out way too fast, and this faded out way too slow. I am... Oh, 2019 me. Sometimes you tried, but you just didn't try good enough. Look at that. Dramatic Optimus Prime turnaround. Who's in this? Oh yeah, I did Rodimus Prime and Circuit. Marvel's Prime was Barricade. That was sweet little deal there. Main page. Yeah, so it was it was just a short little thing. I was never planning. I didn't know how much of a commitment I was getting myself into, to be honest. Wait, you guys didn't hear it the whole time? Are you shitting me? Shit. Why did it not do that? It's supposed to do that. This video capture device. Yeah, no, I don't understand that one. It should have done that. But then again, the dialogue wasn't important anyhow, except for like one audio spiel. So it's not a loss, really. I have no idea why that one didn't work. Display capture. No. Yeah, I was supposed to be getting the yeah, it was supposed to capture what was going on the screen, but it didn't do that. So that's weird. Okay. Well, 'tis what it is, but like I said, the audio wasn't so important in that one. A lot of like witty comebacks and nothing special. A little bit of plot at the end, but nothing real serious. Just foreshadowing. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna figure out a way so I can get the audio playing, so that won't be a deal on the next one. But what was I saying? Yeah, I wasn't intending necessarily. I didn't know I was getting myself into a commitment here when I was doing Siege. I honestly just thought I was going to do the one, and then I was trying to like, oh, well, then I'll do the next one. See how that turns out. Then I did the third one, and then people still really liked that one. I was like, oh, okay, wow, this is, we're going places with this, I guess. Because 2018 and 19, like, that was the biggest growth my channel had. And I have to imagine Siege played some part in that, so there is that. Hey, I'm back, and I missed the episode. Apparently everyone missed the audio from it, too, so I didn't realize that. I feel dumb. It's one of those things where it's like I need two screens going simultaneously, one that has Streamlabs up and one that actually will have the screen I'm sharing, so I can see both at the same time. I don't have dual screens. I got one curved monitor that doesn't even have speakers on it, so your headphones. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, there wasn't much to say about Siege here in this episode. Everything I kind of said was mainly in the beginning. Or everything I really had to say was in the beginning. Also, does Siege B debut in... Also, does B debut in Siege or Earthrise? He was Earthrise. I didn't touch him in Siege at all, and that's honestly because I was debating whether I wanted him I was debating on whether I wanted him in this show or not. I was kind of leaning towards no. And then as Earthrise went along, that changed. And I'll get into that when we get to Earthrise. But Siege was pretty much basic. I honestly, like, it wasn't until about halfway through Siege that I even kind of figured that there was going to be a second season. I just figured it would stay Siege, and then about halfway through, yeah, about, oh gosh, yeah, about halfway through when I was doing Siege, that's when they announced that Earthrise was going to be the next toy line. I was like, okay. And about then, that's when I cast a Megatron actor, and he started asking questions. I can't remember what his name was, which so I apologize. I'll remember when we get to that point. But he was asking about what's the plan? How's Siege gonna go? And I had no plan, so I kind of just said something, just like pulled the first idea out of my ass and said, "Hey, we're gonna do this, and it's gonna end up with Megatron and Shockwave and Starscream fighting." He's like, "Oh, that sounds cool," and I was like, "Okay, cool." I was like, "Oh man, I just told someone that. Now I gotta be committed to that, otherwise I'm gonna look like a liar." Again, glad it worked out, but I had no plan really at the time, so I was like, "Oh, this is the plan." Going, "Oh no, I think that's the plan now." What's your opinion on G2 figs? I'm getting Jazz in a couple days. G2 figures. Are those the colored ones? The multicolored ones? Like the obnoxious, like orange Jazz and green. There was like cloud cover, and because I got cloud cover, I kind of like that one. That's the one you're talking about. What happened to Circuit? I'm sad. Where's Circuit? Ooh. Yeah, you're not. Circuit doesn't make it through Siege. Just got hit with the ad. God, this sucks. I hate these ads. I love the twist for Prime and Siege or Earthrise. Yeah, I started kind of building it up. I didn't even realize what I was kind of doing. I just wanted Optimus to get very, very angry in Siege 2 Earthrise. And then I got the Nemesis figure, and I was like, okay. Thank God I was making him kind of angry, because now it fits. Then I was like, okay, we gotta make some justifications here and there. It was like a little bit of build up that I didn't know what I was building for, to be honest. So it worked out. Yeah, the color ones, Jazz and Cloud Cover, and maybe Mirage are the only ones I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna get. They look the best. Yeah, I got Cloud Cover. I like that one. I wasn't gonna get the Jazz or the Mirage. I was just gonna get the Cloud Cover. So there was that. That was Siege Episode 1. We can talk about whatever for a minute. It's all good. I don't have much more. Yeah, like I said, Episode 1. If you have any questions about Episode 1, especially the production of it, I can answer those. Other than that, I really don't have much more. I picked random characters to fit the show because I was thinking, like, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Still, that's why there's like a movie versus Barricade and a Circuit and like Cloud Rodimus, because I just didn't know what I was doing yet. I had no plan. It was going what was I thinking of? It was just kind of just going wherever I just kind of had. And it was yeah, it was pretty planless and aimless and whatnot. Why did Cliff Jumper and Ultra Magnus disappear from Life of Prime? I just haven't had any ideas that fit them. A lot of times it's just my brother and I just back and forthing and just saying just stupid shit back and forth at each other, and eventually if something's funny enough, it makes it into the episode. Or occasionally he'll record some random lines of nonsense and I go, oh my gosh, well, that is going to be what we're using for everything now. We're gonna make a whole episode off that. You wanted the British division 1 and 2? We're both just him just recording something just out of random, and I go, okay. And he goes back and forth with this, and I have no idea what he's doing, but he just does it, and that's the British division 1 and 2 right there. It's just him just messing around. Brawl's MTV thing, that was another short. That was another thing he just recorded as a bit just at the end of the lines. A lot of times when we're recording, he just kind of just throws in something at the end, just random, try to make me laugh. And sometimes I use them for things like that. Like the Brawl MTV thing where Brawl's got this rap. Or it's like a hip-hop deal. What editing software did you use while editing Siege? I made, that's about when I made the switch. I was still using Magic's Movie Edit Pro at that time. I still have it. I don't use it except for a few things like the a lot of the War for Cybertron intros have been done in Magic's just because I have the original source file to make the intro with it, and I've just always kind of tinkered or tweaked it a little bit with each show. So yeah, so I have the intros that I use for them now still, but at the time I was doing everything with it. Magic's Movie Edit Pro. It's a good software. It's like Adobe Premiere for dummies because it makes it very simple. What's your favorite Transformers show / comic? Comic, I don't know. I don't read comics. I read the Spotlight Cliff Jumper just kind of on a whim because I was bored one day, and then I made the show about it because I was like, hey, I should do this. I want to do something different. I'm gonna turn a comic into a show, and I just picked Spotlight Cliff Jumper. So that's the only comic I read. What's your favorite Transformers show though? Prime or Beast Wars? I know, like, the stereotypical answer, Beast Wars, because it's the first one I watched, or Prime, because it kind of fits my my ideal kids show, the one that pretends to be a kids show, but there's murder involved. Star Wars: The Clone Wars did that too. It pretended to be a kids show, but we all knew what's up. It had its kid moments, and then it would go back to murdering people. It's a kids show, though. It's a kids show. Where is Circuit? Where is Circuit and Transformers G1 TV show? To be honest, or to be my questions. Where is Circuit? Yeah, Circuit is at the time of Legacy, or do you mean like in the? Yeah, in Legacy, Circuit is dead at this point already. Clone Wars was fire. Clone Wars was fire. Thoughts on Earthspark if you've seen it? I haven't seen it. I don't have Paramount Plus. From what I've seen though, I'm not really a fan. I don't care necessarily for it. There are people who swear by it. Then there are people who don't. I don't know, from the few things I've seen, I just, I don't care necessarily. I just don't, yeah, I can't seem to get interested in it. Or can't even seem to want to be interested in it. I don't know. It's just, it is what it is, I say. Oh, nothing to be, Charlotte W, okay, sorry man. Yeah, it's nothing to be sorry about. No, it's just, yeah, that was the Circuit. Yeah, Circuit's got a little case of the dead by Legacy. Oops. He died for a good plot moving forward cause, which we'll see in episode 4 of Siege. Or 5. 4 or 5, I think 4. No, it is 5. It's 5. Ignore me. It's episode 5. Thought it was TF animated reigns supreme. There are a lot of people who stick by animated too. never watched animated. So now I'm pulling my own Transformers fan card, I imagine. I do that all the time. I was telling Hunter that at TFcon, Lockbot at TFcon, I was telling him that the whole weekend. I was like, yep, if we start talking to Transformers fans of any kind, they're going to pull my fan card real quick, because I'm not a fan, apparently. I'm a fan of the things I liked, and then when I wasn't interested in something, I just never did anything with it. Will Tarn be in the series? In the War for Cybertron, he is. He's already in. He was in Kingdom, and he had an episode in Legacy too, where he was the focus. And then he showed up. Yeah, he was. What episode was it? It was episode 2 of Legacy. He was the title character in it. So yeah, he's in the War for Cybertron stuff. Animated was pretty good for the time. B actually speaks. Thoughts on Rise of the Beasts? My thoughts on Rise of the Beasts. This is another Lockbot story. He and I went to see it at the movie theater together, and just as it's starting to play, show the logos to lead you into the movie, and the movie theater gets dark, he stopped and he goes, "Oh, please don't disappoint me. I don't think I can handle it a 7th time." And that's my favorite. That quote stuck with me more than the movie, because it disappointed me. Actually, that's not true. To say I was disappointed implies I got my hopes up. I didn't get my hopes up. It was there to just be a movie that made me go, huh? On most everything about it. And that's okay. Most of the movies have always left me going, huh? I prefer the animated ones anyhow, because then they don't have to stick to that whole budget constraint problem. Ooh, that is the question I do like. Will you use Rise of the Beast Scourge in Legacy as a 5th Herald or something along the lines of that? Rise of the Beast Scourge will be in Legacy. Not as a Herald, but he will be in Legacy. There's a plan. I think y'all might like it. What about Bludgeon? Will he be in the WC series, if you don't mind me asking? Bludgeon already is. I'm just not using the Legacy Bludgeon. I had the it was like a special Combiner Wars one that I was using for it. And I'm just gonna stick with that one too, because I don't really want to start changing figures. But Bludgeon actually already is in the series. He's just been a different figure, and he's gonna stay with that figure. Cause I got this Bludgeon by accident, the one that I am using for Written in Steel, coming up. That one is I got that by accident. I had ordered Trashmaster, and they sent me Bludgeon instead, and I was like, oh. Then I actually really liked it, and I was like, oh. Yeah, okay, we can do something with this. And I started to really like it, and I was like, oh, well, I guess they're the same price point, so I didn't lose. Is Rise of the Beast Scourge going to be the one you were using for the Rise of the Beast series, or actual Rise of the Beast figure? It's actually going to be the actual Rise of the Beast Scourge. I do have that one now. Are you excited for the upcoming Transformers 1 movie? That one I am. I'm actually getting my hopes up for that one compared to Rise of the Beast, because I like the animated things. There's no budget constraints. There's not oh, hey, we got to focus on a human plot in a Transformers movie because budget, right? It could just be all Transformers. And I like that. In a Transformers movie where they are the title of the movie, I want them to be the focus. And all these live action movies, that's just not happening. I got human plot with some Transformers in the background. So it's it is what it is. Battletrap, Nightbird appear in Legacy along with Scourge. Battletrap, yes. Nightbird, no. I don't have Nightbird, and I wasn't going to get Nightbird either. I don't like the figure. But Battletrap, yes. Also because I want to advertise my Battletrap minigun. Oh! Here we go. Be sure to check out Big Dog Forge, my Etsy-based 3D printing shop, where I sell things like the Rise of the Beast minigun for Battle Trap. Things like that. This thing was a pain to design. I Spy the Ark. That is true, because the Ark is going to be in the next episode of Legacy. Oh, wait, I thought I saw Nightbird, Kill Prime, and Earthrise. You did. I think they meant Rise of the Beast, Nightbird. I'm not going to use that Nightbird. And Nightbird's not going to be popping up with these guys. These guys are doing their own thing separate from the main storyline, which will explain why you haven't seen them. So that'll be the deal with that. Could you make a left arm cannon for Rise of the Beast be on your site? I don't think I can. Well, because I don't have the Rise of the Beast Bumblebee figure, so I don't have the measurements for it and how it fits. Damn, that looks pretty good. I can't even lie. Yeah, well, it's available. We're freshly restocked. This is the only thing I can say without a doubt. There are actually not this one, but there are a couple things on my store where they're printed entirely in resin. Sometimes I have to print in resin. Sometimes I print in PLA. Yeah, exactly. Did you use a different type of material for the minigun that you do for your normal prints? Yeah. It's a different type of printing entirely. Like the normal prints I do, they're in FDM printing, so it's PLA, so it just lays layer on layer on layer on layer. And this is resin, so it's a different type of printing entirely. The layers are printed by UV light that hardens the resin into the specific shapes, basically. So I guess for those of you who aren't familiar with 3D printing, imagine this isn't here. All the plastic will be laid out layer by layer by layer by layer by layer, going up and up and up and up and up until you get the full thing. Resin printing, it will it's still layer by layer, but not going side to side and dropping. It's just like here, or layer by layer. It's burn, 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 solidifying the resin into this hard shape. A lot slower of a process, a lot more expensive of a process. Not gonna lie, I like the resin prints. They've lasted longer. Yeah. The only issue with resin prints is it's just it's not necessarily the print, it's my printer. It's not consistent because it's a project. So I can't necessarily use it on everything yet. I'm still trying to phase everything into the resin. But when that printer goes down, it goes down hard. Like this last time, I had to replace the LCD screen, and in doing that, I ended up the LCD screen's glass. It broke, and there were glass shards everywhere, and I sliced this hand up, and it was bleeding all over the place in the printer too. So then I had to clean that up, and that was just a mess. So I'm glad I did not get that one on camera. That would have been demonetized, right? I saw a question earlier that I wanted to answer. It was something about Donald Gracie. Does Hasbro give you problems about copyright? Hasbro? No, I don't think they care too much. I'm small potatoes to them. But it's the music providers, the music labels. They nail you down hard. And then the problem now is they just reach out and say any song is theirs. And if it's not really, they'll just make a claim and say it's theirs, and then say it's like, hey, it kind of sounds like this one we have. Copyright claim. I probably get 3 or 4 every day from them, it seems like, just from various videos all the time. I mean, I try to monetize videos. I don't lie about that. But they barely get any views at all before all of a sudden, hey, by the way, there's a copyright claim. Hey, there's a copyright claim. You should look at my YouTube Studio is just a bunch of yellow dollar signs saying, hey, there's copyright claims. It's annoying. To get a Netflix beat, I'm gonna pick up that 3D printed blaster you made. Yeah, that one's really cool. I don't have one on hand. That one is one I have been resin printing. I've been able to get the resin printer to work that one a lot more than most others. Like I said, some of them it just doesn't work at all. Sometimes it does. There's a few guns I do, like the Path Blaster, the Riot Cannon, the Fall of Cybertron ones. Some of the Fall of Cybertron ones, they just don't work on the resin printer at all. I can't get them to work. I have introduced a few, like the Subsonic Repeater. That one is a resin one now. The Energon Harvester is one exclusively in resin, because it just doesn't print on PLA at all. The Dark Spark finally printed mostly right on resin. Like I said, that one had like acceptable warping. Trying to print in PLA, wasn't even coming out with a print. But this was acceptable, so I went, okay, we're gonna go with that. Who are your favorite TF YouTubers? Oh, that's a good question. TF YouTubers. It's all hard to say. It's always kind of like a flavor of the month kind of deal. Like, right now, I can't. I don't know. Like I said, it's not like anything against anyone. It's always been a flavor of the month kind of thing. So it's like, hey, what am I watching right now? Right now I'm not watching anything on YouTube. Right now I haven't been able to. But yeah, it's just been a kind of a there's no one answer to that. It's just kind of whatever I'm watching at the time, because usually I'll watch one thing and then I just deep dive after that. I'm like, oh, this is great. And then they stop making videos, or they just haven't made any more in a while. And I go, okay, well, now they're not my favorite anymore. Because now I can't watch anymore, so they're not my favorite. It's really dumb. Like, I'm fickle. No, I don't have one answer, so I don't know what it would be right now. Gonna have to get my hands on the Energon Harvester eventually. It's cool. It's very cool. Not that I'm trying to sell it. That's not me trying to sell it. I'm just saying it's cool. It's very cool. Scourge and Battlecraft be a small group within the Decepticon ranks, or will they be their own faction? Ooh. That's diving a little more into the spoiler side than I'd like to go to. But them being in it is what I will say. Them being their own faction, or in the... I will say they're not in the Decepticons. They're not in the Decepticons. Just because I know if I put them with the Decepticons, people will start going, where's Nightbird? I don't. Two separate entities there. Yeah, I guess I can say they're Terracons. If you've been keeping up with the everything War for Cybertron related, including the Shattered Glass, you'll see something that I mentioned the word Terracons earlier in it. That'll be how I answer that. I didn't say anything. I'm just allowing you to make assumptions. I've been trying to build up my G1 Transformers roster, starting with Season 1 and 2. It's been a real pain to find Transformers for half-decent prices. Do you know a good place to find Transformers? Well, if I was sponsored by someone, I would say the Big Bad Toy Store. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I always just go on eBay and just kind of scour around. And because I'm stubborn, I can wait for something until I find the price I do like. You and Panda Jack should collab. I would like that, because I know he takes a lot of anime inspiration, and I've been wanting to, not with War for Cybertron stuff, but there's a project I'm working on that does take a lot of anime inspiration, and that would be one I'd love to collab with him on, because I think those two styles would fit there. But also, I guarantee you, he doesn't even know who I am. I'm a nobody to him. So, will it happen? No. I couldn't even reach out to him and be like, hey, we should do this, because, yeah, he's got like 100,000 plus subscribers, something like that, and I'm sitting here at, almost 29,000, so it's still not small, but, I mean, he's dealing in six-figure numbers, and I'm dealing in not six figures. Let's go spam Panda Jack's comment section until he collapses. No, don't do that. It would be funny, but no. If anything, you should spam the like button on this live stream. You should definitely do that. In fact, open up multiple windows, not tabs, multiple windows. Open up on all of them. Open up this stream, and then like this stream on all of them individually, because that's how you break YouTube and hack it, and it makes the channel more popular and shoots this video out to more people. I should have done that at the beginning, but there is actually a hack that lets you do that. Granted, I don't get enough viewers for it to work, but that is something you can do, and it hacks the YouTube system. Thank you, Spiffing Brit. Freezer and Novocaine. Are those the two smaller ones? AHM1K with a shameless plug. I'm all about shameless plugs right there. The only reason I'm not shameless plugging Big Dog 4 is because the hat's all the way over there, and I don't want to go get it because that's too much work. Okay, I'll do it. A couple more things. AHM1K with the shitless. Oh, what was I saying? Blah blah blah. My comment sections are delayed. Any plans for stop motions beside Transformers and Marvel? Yes. This Saturday, there is one that is not Transformers or Marvel coming up. It's not Star Wars. For all the Dragon Ball fans out there, you might like this one. If you don't like Dragon Ball, then start liking it and then watch this video. It's fun. Nothing serious. Just did it just because I felt like it. And we'll see how it goes. Also, where did you say you got the Cusferotimus? I got the files from Funbee Studios, and then I just printed them myself. There might be people selling the print of it. Maybe because if you pay for a license, you can't print it. I don't pay for a license because I can't afford that. But if you, that's why I can't print anything of his. I didn't pay for the license. Clone Wars stop motions. Eventually, I wanted to do the Bad Batch, and then they canceled the Crosshair figure, and that disappointed me a little bit. But yeah, this Saturday I got a Dragon Ball stop motion coming out for only you Dragon Ball fans. That'll be fun. Life of Prime is the funniest thing on YouTube. Thank you. I try to make it the funniest thing on YouTube. That's probably the only part of it that I do try on, because I always feel like if I'm putting effort into the Life of Prime, I'm putting too much effort into it. And that's part of the appeal to it. So, thank you. Anyways, it's 8 o'clock. at least 8 o'clock my time, I gotta go to bed because I gotta get up at 4 in the morning to go to work. So I'm gonna end the stream there. We'll do this again sometime soon, watching episode 2, or maybe I'll just animate on stream again. Actually, maybe I won't animate on stream because we all know, if you've been a long time viewer of the channel, you know I can't multitask very well with this. So yeah, I'm gonna bounce out here. I will catch y'all on the dude side. I got to go to Betty Bye. Thank you, Rex, for tipping the $1. Taking down Crimson Raptors is gonna be our goal for the upcoming streams. We all want to see the Boss Hog taken down by any means necessary. Everyone clipped the part where he said Panda Jack wouldn't collab and get this man some attention. Dear God. Oh no. Please don't make me that guy. Please don't make me that guy. I shouldn't have even said that. But it's true though. I'm small potatoes. That's okay though. Also, grow my channel to 100,000 subscribers. Share it with everyone and stuff because that would be cool. Get my to 100,000 subscribers, and then he'll have to collab. That's how it'll go, right? Yeah. There might be a lot of people who might actually want to come and collab at that point, but that's cool. Glad I could support the cause. The cause has been supported. Take down Crimson Raptors. Beat the Boss Hog. Anyhow, I'll try to do these streams more often because I've been wanting to in the first place. Now that I have an idea, like reviewing episodes and going through them, it might actually be easier. Just wait till we get till Kingdom. That's where I can get really into the meat and potatoes because I actually started to have a plan there. Earthrise was another one of... Oh dear God, I had a general idea but no clue. So when we get to Kingdom, it'll be like, oh yeah, there's a plan now. Anyhow, thanks y'all. Catch y'all on the dude side. Thanks for coming out. I will try to cut it off when it's the least opportune moment.